Number 6. Lunatics Unleashed. In the year 2772, in the dark, bleak space future of Acmetropolis. Acmetropolis? Really? Anyway, the Looney Tunes are struck by a comet, turning them into extreme super ninja cyber pirate space heroes. I don't know what to make of this. It's like some strange, fevered Looney Tunes nightmare. It's Looney Tunes, except it's not at all funny. Because why would you want to make the Looney Tunes funny?
Well, at least it's better than what she used to call you.
I'm gonna call it right now and say these Looney Tunes are lame. And that's coming from someone who spends his Friday nights watching Let's Plays of 80 Sierra RPGs. And there's little else to say about Lunatics Unleashed. It takes itself far too seriously. The stories are so cliched post-apocalyptic setting that the 20 minutes for these episodes just drags on. The dialogue is as bland as tofu, and the action scenes were just filled with these tormenting, seizure-inducing flashes over and over. Honestly, the only thing I like about these lousy cartoon remakes is that they have kept Robert Paulson in a job for over 2 decades. And he deserves it, but this cartoon does not.
Lunatics Unleashed is far from the original Looney Tunes short. It's set in the future, is more action-packed than comedy, and these characters are not the Looney Tunes characters, just like the Tiny Toon Adventures characters, which he does mention later, and I will get to that. And the
5th worst cartoon remake is The Garfield Show. I loved Garfield growing up, and used to repeatedly watch Garfield specials from the video store every week. But how did they manage to botch up Jim Davis's simple, lovable, Monday-hating lazy boy this bad?
And the Garfield Show, honestly, I class that more as an adaptation of the comics, like the Garfield Show. And if this was a reboot, where's Orson's Farm? That was part of Garfield and Friends as well. And while I'm talking about the Garfield Show, there's a line Phantom Strider says at the beginning, and he completely contradicts himself. Back onto my point about remakes not having anyone from the previous series. Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, worked on this show. And one of the main writers of the Garfield and Friends show, Mark Evanier, also worked on this show. And no! Phantom doesn't mention any of this when he's talking about this show. And I know for a fact that he did no research when he talked about this show.
And he even managed to fuck that up.
The ugly CG on Garfield Show reminds me of Fanboy and Chum Chum. Cheap, lazy, and obnoxiously kid-friendly. Sometimes, Garfield will randomly go cross-eyed. No particular reason, just because the Korean sweatshop animators were on a strict deadline to get these 3D papery spherical abominations back to the studio.
This show's made in France, not Korea. One quick Google search can tell you that.
The Garfield Show. Oh, so this is the culprits behind this hideous abomination. The horrible, plasticky, terrible CG. The unfunny groaner dialogue. While Jim Davis had some creative direction in all the original cartoons, hell, he made some of them, this CG cartoon 9-car pile-up is just a big middle finger to Jim Davis.
Then she switches.
They're showing him off! You really are that stupid, aren't you? You can't.
The Garfield Show was the best example of a cheap CG remake cash-in that I could think of. While I really enjoy a lot of Jim Davis's original Garfield cartoons, I keep thinking these bizarre CG transfusions are gonna eat my soul. All of Garfield's original cynical personality is gone, replaced with a strange orange CG lump of Play-Doh with no distinct personality whatsoever beyond liking lasagna. Whenever I hear Garfield talk in this cartoon, I keep getting this strange urge to step on him.
It asked me if it was, and then had like a mouth and it was talking. And
The new generation
How everyone feels about you. I mean, I know you were trying to go for comedy there, but everyone goes to your videos with the immediate assumption that they're going to come across something inherently stupid, and it really didn't get you anywhere.
preserves a bit of the original Garfield's charming cynicism. I do still recommend Garfield and Friends if you can find it. The number